Hello everyone. In this lecture, you will learn how to create a function class which holds the function for whole project. First of all, open your Android Studio project into the Android Studio. As you can see, we have opened it. Then go to the app directory. Then select or go to Java. Then under your package name, as you know in the previous video, we have created a helper directory, right? So inside this helper directory, we have to create a function class. How to create a class? It is very simple. Just right click on it, select new, then select Java class, and you can give any name to your class. It is totally up to you. Let's name it function. function function, right? Press enter. As you can see, our function class inside the helper directory has been created successfully. As you can see, it is here. So inside this function class, first of all, define a activity context. Okay. Uh, let's make it private activity and then activity. Okay. It has been done. If by default, if you write this code and suppose this is in this line is not automatically imported, then it will show a red color error. It's basically it's a error which shows that activity class is not imported in your project yet. So how you can do that? It is suggesting you that press Alt plus Enter. Okay, just keep the cursor on that word for which you want to import the class. Keep the cursor on it, then press Alt plus Enter together, and as you can see, the class has been imported on line number 4. Okay, now inside this function class, let's create a function constructor, and it should be public. Write down public void, then class name should be the function. Okay, function, and pass the activity context to activity, and after that what you can do, you have to pass initialize this activity. Okay, so then this dot activity equal to this activity, right? Activity. Now it is has been done. As you can see, there is a error. It's basically not error, it's a warning. What this warning is suggested, let's check it out. Click on this blue marked, then you can see method function looks like a constructor, but it is a normal method. As you know, void is defined used in the normal functions, but we are defining a constructor, so you have to remove this void. Okay, now error has been gone. After a constructor, suppose that you want to show a toast message in your whole project, then you have to write a lengthy code like toast dot make test etc etc again and again into your whole project. So every time if you write down this big code, then project note looks good and professional, and it also consume your time. Okay, so to avoid it by using create a custom function for solving a toast. How you can do that? It is very simple. Just create a public class for your toast message. Write down public void. You can give any name to your function, a custom function. Okay, let's make it show toast, and you know that to show a toast what we needs only a string which is a message to show you to users. Okay, so write down, and we have to pass a string message here, string message, right? And now write down your showing toast code. Type toast. When you type a toast, it will suggesting you to choose a toast function class. Just you not need to worry about, just press enter. It will automatically write down the entire code to showing a toast. Press enter. Okay, now as you can see, it have write the code for showing a toast. Now we have to pass this dynamic message into our this toast code. How you can do that? As you know, we have to write the text here. For example, toast is showing. So this is not dynamic. Okay, so how you can make dynamic? Dynamic message is coming from this. Then you should pass this message to this. Replace this with message. Now your toast function has been created successfully, and in the whole project, if you want to show a toast, then you have to just write this show toast and nothing else. And inside the show toast, you have to pass your message. It will show the toast in entire project, nothing else. But before showing the toast, how you can access it? You can access it via this constructor class. You have to define this constructor in your activity or fragment. After that, you can call this to show toast method easily. Do not worry about it. We will learn in the future videos. Okay. Now, uh, in the introduction video, you see that we have a game URL to open in the user's browser, right? So every time before 1 minute, as you know, in the game we have a several number of games. So it is very difficult to write down the codes every time to open the game URL inside the user's browser. So create a function for it to open the game URL for user's browser. Okay, how you can do that? It is very simple. Just to do like at the showing toast message. How? And one more important thing is that all the custom function inside this function helper class should be public. You can also make it public static, but avoid static. Use the public class. Okay, make it public, void, and you can give any name to your function. Okay, let's open game URL. Open game URL, right? As you know, to open any URL inside the browser, what we need? We need only URL. And you know URL is a type of string. So again we have to pass a string, right? And string name you can define any string name. For example, let's we define game URL, right? Now function has been created, but programming we have to do. So before doing programming for opening a game URL inside the user's browser, we have to check that is the game URL is valid or not valid, because if you pass the invalid URL, then your app will crash, right? So to avoid the crash, how you can check that is the game URL is valid or not valid? It is very simple. Just create a if else condition. Okay, we will check the as you know, every URL is starts from http colon double slash. or https colon double slash. Okay, you know every URL should start from http from this. So we will use this parameter to check the valid URL. Okay, let's do it. Write down if condition, if, and then press enter. If you press enter, it will automatically create two brackets. You not need to write down. You can also do manually. Okay, now we have to pass this game URL, press enter, then put a dot and it will suggest you what you can do with the game URL. Make a dot. Now it's suggesting you that you can use and what you can use with the game URL. Okay, you can also use the contains. Contains is basically used to find out a any word or symbol in entire string, but we want to check a valid URL from a URL, right? So how you can do that? You should use a starts with. Okay, it is down. Go to the starts with. It is ends with. It is here starts with. We will use starts with. As you know, URL starts from HTTP or HTTPS, right? So we will use starts with. Type sorry, press enter, then inside this bracket type the uh, uh, to it is asking that game URL starts with, write down the double quotes and put http colon then double slash. Okay, now if the game URL starts with http colon double slash, then the URL is valid. But we will also should check the URL for https, right? So give space and then press two times. Oh no, sorry. You have to you have to press a or symbol like this. Where it is in your keyboard, it is above the enter button in a Indian PC. Okay, maybe something differ in your keyboard, but a symbol in your keyboard it will look like this. Okay, then space and again fetch this game URL and again press starts with, then also type https colon double slash. Now it has been successfully done. Now we have checked the game URL. If this condition is passed, then it URL is valid. If suppose that URL is not valid, then what you want to do with this function? We will do inside this else function. Uh, we will show a toast message to the users that URL is not valid, so that the users confirm that URL have some problem. Okay, I'll say they can confused why app is not working or opening, something like this. So showing a toast message here. Now you not need to make this toast message like this. Just simply call this one show toast. Okay, press SHO. It will suggest you already right there. Just press enter, and inside this show toast message, you have to write down the double quote and then type the message, and message that URL is not valid. Now our function has been done. Okay, but as you can see here, we have to pass the another code to open the URL game URL inside the users browser. Okay, Now how you can do that? Remove it one. Let's keep it. Nobody. Just to create a intent for a action view. Okay. Now type intent. Press enter. Then create a. Let's name it your intent to browser intent. Right. Now equal to create a new intent intent inside the bracket type again intent dot action view. Select the intent type is the action view. This one. Now press comma, then select URI. 1 minute. You do not need to pass the URI. Just pass this game URL because we want to open the game URL. Okay. Now it has been done, and go to the end and press the semicolon. Now this code has been done, but we have initialized this browser intent. We have to open it now. How you can do that? As you know, we have created a activity context. Write down it activity, then dot, then pass this browser intent. Browser 1 minute. It should get start activity. This one start activity. Then you have to pass browser intent inside this. Okay, it has been done. But as you can see, there is an under red line which defines a error. As you can see, it is there one error, right? Here is here. So how you can resolve this? Simply keep the cursor on it, and what is asking for? It is saying that cannot resolve constructor intent string because we have passed a string. Game URL is a string, but we use the action view. What action view intent is, does action view does the need a URL to open the intent to the browser or any other intents. Okay, so you have to pass a convert this string into URI. How you can do that? Simply you can do this by pressing, keep the cursor here and press alt plus enter, then select wrap using URI parse. Press again enter. Error had been resolved. Okay, because we have passed the game URL as a string, but action view needs a URI, so we have wrapped this string with a URI. Now our open a game URL function class has been created successfully.